What it do, being crew? It's your boy Savon Thomas. We are back with another episode of Coffee and Comments, and today we're going to review the movie The Gray Man.
What do you know about the Sierra program?
Reckless mystery men you guys send in when you can't officially send anyone else.
The Gray Man.
Lloyd. I got an urgent locate and destroy.
That could be fun. The man's got some street cred.
Welcome back. We are in a new review, The Gray Man, Netflix movie. Saw this. People have been talking about it. There's been a little bit of buzz online, but not a ton. I think Netflix is putting out a little bit more marketing. I watched the UFC fights last night, and they were like, The Gray Man on Netflix. Check out this movie. And really, I think it's the first time I've ever seen Netflix promote a fight, not a fight, but promote a movie during a fight. And it's because it's one of the most expensive movies they've ever made, so I understand why. But for me, it's a good movie. It's a very enjoyable movie. So let's jump right into it. Here's what I loved about the movie. The action was phenomenal, right? I love seeing Ryan Gosling in a action setting. I feel like we don't see it too often. I know in like Blade Runner 2040, was it 2044, 2047? I forget what the number was.
This is a load of barnacles.
But he does like a couple fighting scenes and stuff like that. I don't really watch too many Ryan Gosling movies. He was in Remember the Titans.
You okay? You okay?
Yo! Don't you take out my son!
He's getting beat like he stole something, Mr. Bosley.
You just stay out of me, girl.
He's just getting beat, that's all.
Yo!
And he was in The Notebook.
What?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? God damn it. What do you want?
Other than that, I can't think of another movie that I watched Ryan Gosling in. But when I think of Ryan Gosling, I think of rom-coms, typically, right? He was in that rom-com with Steve Carell and old girl Megan, I forget her last name, but from Easy A. But it was so interesting to see him develop as an action character. I was like, man, this is interesting to see him. And he did a great job. Like, his fighting scenes were great. Chris Evans, best actor in this movie. He plays such a great villain, which is interesting to see because he's played Captain America for so long. Everybody's used to him being the hero and saving things. But in this movie, he played that role so well, right? And so for me, my favorite actor in this movie was Chris Evans. I think for a lot of people, it was as well. Billy Bob Thornton does a great job. I haven't seen Billy Bob Thornton in I don't know how long. Like, think about the last movie you saw of Billy Bob Thornton. I think for me, it might have been Friday Night Lights, I think maybe, or Bad Santa, one of those. Like Billy Bob Thornton has been in too much stuff recently, and so it was interesting to see him come back and act in this movie. And then you have the lovely Ana de Armas, who is phenomenal. She gets reunited with Ryan Gosling from when they were in Blade Runner again, and she does a great job as well playing her character. Her character is more like a side character. I feel like she has her roles in the movie, but doesn't really, I don't know, I won't say stands out other than just being a beautiful character. And then a lot of people's favorite character, if they watch Bridgerton, was it Rege-Jean Page? I think is how you say his name, Reg Page. All the women in my comments right now are going to be like, I can't believe you got his name wrong. I'm sorry. I watched Bridgerton. I know y'all love him. He was a good guy. Like, he's not a good guy, but he was a good actor in this movie. He plays the ultimate bad guy and the ultimate villain. But it is this movie. I enjoyed it. Again, I enjoyed a lot of it. I enjoyed the action. There's a lot of good scenes. The one thing I didn't like about the movie, though, is the CGI. The CGI in this movie was garbage, right? There were scenes like when they're on a train and they're fighting and the background looks like shit. I'm just like, what is going on? Like, the Russo brothers are the directors of this film, and you have so much technology available for you in 2022. There's no reason CGI should be terrible unless the budget ran out, right? And that's why I think happened, because I see what they did with Endgame. I see what they did with Infinity Wars. You can go on and list all the different movies, but those budgets were astronomical. I'm not sure how much money Netflix is able to put out for a movie, but I guarantee it's not as much as Marvel was able to. And so this movie is the most that Netflix has ever spent on the movie, from what I hear. I probably should do more research before I say that. Fact checkers are going to fact check me on that and be like, no, it's not the whatever. But this movie is it's a good movie. Like, it's not like, I feel like I'm gushing over it. Like, I think this is the greatest movie ever. It is a good movie for an action movie, right? It's not the greatest movie ever, but it is very enjoyable. Like, I would go back and rewatch this film because I enjoyed it when I watched it at home on Netflix. So something I'm gonna start doing and adding to my reviews is fun facts. So here's some fun facts about The Gray Man. Chris Evans was originally supposed to play the lead role, but declined because he wanted to play the villain. I already mentioned in my review earlier, but this is Netflix's most expensive movie at $200 million budget. Just as a comparison, Avengers Endgame had about $360 million budget. The Russo brothers wanted Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling to improvise their line, so their first face-to-face meeting, the entire conversation was actually improvised. And finally, everybody in the movie wears the same brand of watch. Tag, I think it's Heuer or Hoyer, but is a brand that Ryan Gosling actually represents. So every single person in the movie wears the exact same watch brand. So hopefully you guys enjoyed those fun facts about this film. Last thing I want to give you guys is my rating. And for this movie, I gave it a 7.6 out of 10 coffee beans. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Comments.
Nothing to lose, I was starving from the start. Not the same cat driving Jaguar.